Welcome back to another episode of Talking That Shit with Skeen. Back in the building, baby. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a goddamn long time. Season 4, episode 1. Here we go. What's up, man? For real, I don't even know what to say. It's been a while. As you can see, still battling with this cold and stuff like that. But back by popular demand, I'm guessing. Shout out to those people who reached out and stuff and who asked about, damn, Skeen, when the next episode coming? Like, what's up? You still doing the pod? And yeah, man, I just realized that the last podcast that I did was May 8th. Of last year, and took a huge break. Just going through some stuff. Relationship came to an end that I was with. Learned a lot. Touch base about that. But yeah, man, it's just been an adventure for me. I think more emotionally, alignment, resetting myself. Learning about myself a little bit more and coming to like a realization of where I'm at in this point in my life, right? And through that journey and stuff, just talking to people, the supportive people, obviously. And now I'm here behind the mic again, man. And don't get me wrong, man. I miss doing this stuff. You know, it had to take me a little bit to be like, all right, how do I put this together again? Like, how do I edit and stuff like that? Not that I'm like, like I'm an editing king type of thing, but you kind of get into a flow when you're doing it for 3 seasons and everything is just pieces put together and you kind of flow with it and it's so easy to put. And then when you take a huge break, you know, it's like riding the bike. You know, you get on the bike, it's going to wobble a little bit, but you know how to ride the bike and stuff. And then you just do what you got to do. But like today, I had a lot of ideas, like how I'm going to come back with season, you know, with the 4th season, episode 1. I know I was supposed to release last week, but the flu hit. And then there was a combination of going to North Carolina to visit my daughters and then coming back up and then getting extremely sick. And yeah, as you can see, probably in my voice, you can hear it in my voice, still struggling with that and stuff. But I said, yo, man, let me just do this, man. Let me hit record and just go with it. What's my expectation for season 4 is just continue to talk. And I'm going to give a huge shout out to my therapist. I found a good one. Yeah, man, she's awesome. But anyway, just in conversation and getting to know myself a little bit more and grow. Just in conversation, I don't know where she got it from, but you know, she basically told me like, yo, like, oh, you got a gift. And she don't call me but it's Oscar. But she said, you have a gift, man. You have a message. You have every time we talk and stuff. There's a message. There's a thought that you already have in your head and you just want to express it. And she's helping me reach that level of understanding. Right. But the bottom line is she was like, yo, you got a gift and stuff like that. And you should do a podcast. You should share that with people who are out there struggling and stuff to understand what you're going through and try to break it down and see that it's possible, right? So obviously we all go through shit. Sometimes there is no understanding of what you're going through because you're just going through it. But I don't know. It's just I just took that that sign and said, damn, that's crazy. I told her I do have a podcast. I just haven't done it in a long time. I put it on the back burner. And then we went into that, like, why, blah, blah, blah. And it was just because matter of a relationship that I was going through that she knows all about. And then just life itself, you know what I mean? The challenges of doing a podcast by yourself sometimes it's tough, right? Because you want to have people to bounce ideas off and stuff like that. But at the same time, another young lady said, "Yo, dude, like I like listening to your podcast. You have a great message to share with people." Um, she kind of said, "It's better like when I listen to you with your friends is cool, people that you have on, but there's a special connection like when it's you by yourself." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She kind of said you kind of hold punches back to be sort of like politically correct, like PC and stuff when you're with people. Um, but when you're by yourself, you kind of speak your mind a little bit better. Or maybe it's just the fact that if I'm here by myself, I get to express more of that thought in my head. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop inviting people on the podcast and just parlay and kick it with them and stuff like that because I enjoy my time with Marie. Shout out to M. Yessie, who hasn't been on the podcast in mad years. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, shout out to you. And of course, my man Jay Money, you know what I mean? Jay Koozie. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got to kick it with the homie and stuff like that because we just be going ham and cheese. But yeah, and then just other people through the grapevine that I heard that they would like to be on the podcast and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I might reach out to y'all, see what you all about, and just talk, man. That's all we doing is talking. The only difference is that we hit and record, and we just go from there, right? And then, like I said, today was really no direction in what I wanted to say and share and whatever, but it was just sort of a reset. Welcome back, Skeen. You know what I mean? I'm here to share, talk. Bug out with y'all, let y'all know everything good, you know what I mean? Still good. Yeah, and just sharing that time with you guys, and appreciating the fact that even though I haven't posted an episode since May 8th of last year, people still listening to old content and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. And then continuing from there, learning how to project and communicate with you guys a little bit better, making sure there's a message being sent. Even when I ramble, hopefully there's a message. There's a message being sent, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I mean, I'm still here, still understanding, still learning, still growing. Like I said, from the last relationship that I was in, taught me a lot. Shout out to her too, because of what we went through, I was able to continue in my therapy. Not that she put me in therapy, that would be crazy. But the fact that I learned something about myself that I needed to grow that part of my understanding of myself, which led me back into going back to therapy and stuff like that. And it's been a blast, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to her, not for putting me in therapy, but giving me understanding of what I needed to work on. You know what I'm saying? And it was a good relationship, a good experience, even though we're not together and stuff like that. How can, some people be like, well, how was that a good experience? Because you got to learn from your relationships. You got to learn from your past. You got to learn from what you did, what caused you to react or act like that, and then grasp it, understand it, start peeling back the onion, and then getting to a place where you'd be like, oh, I get it now. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. On this podcast alone, me and my homegirl Ish, shout out to my homegirl Ish, man. Appreciate you always reaching out to your boy. But man, at the beginning, shit, what mics we have? I mean, there was some audio that was bad, man. That was bad. But we worked. We got our message out there. And we learned every time we were tweaking, we were trying to get better and better, trying to find better platforms. There was times where I remember we shot an episode and you could hear her crispy clear, and you would hear me sort of in the background and stuff like that. And then coming to find out like, yeah, we need to find an adapter or this, that, and the other. So just like that, just like in relationships, right? You learn, you buy pieces, you tweak pieces, whatever. And then, I was able to come across great mic that I'm still using. I had to dust this mic off. That's how dusty, that's how dusty this mic was. But I was able to dust it off, clear it out. You know what I'm saying? And then make sure it was working. Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. And then go from there. This podcast has been amazing in the fact that it's been able for us, right? Because it wasn't a dolo project at the beginning. It was me and Ish. But it catapulted into not only relationship wise, but then it got political as well. And that shit's still going on, which is heartbreaking. But, at the beginning, we always said, we don't want to get political and stuff like that with this. But sometimes it's just, you have to, right? And anybody and everybody can hit record and put their message out there, right? As you guys see it on Instagram, TikTok, all those platforms, you're able to just hit record and express your thoughts, your feelings, your anger, your whatever it is that you're feeling, right? And everybody's hoping for that video that makes them go viral, this, that, and the other, whatever. And people do that, right? They become viral sensations and stuff like that. But the fact is that you can do whatever you want, right? You can hit record and put your message out there and stuff like that. And somebody can relate to it. Somebody can agree with it. Somebody can disagree with it. And yeah, you just continue that process. So I love this platform. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about the podcast. Just because I didn't record, since May, doesn't mean that, it kind of, I didn't look at it or say, damn, what message do I have? Do I have a message? Like you prepare, like, all right, what are we going to talk about? Breakups. What are we going to talk about today? Heartbreak. What are we going to talk about today? Losing a job. What are you going to talk about? Preparing for an interview, or you're going to talk about whatever, right? I never stop thinking. Even though when I'm driving, I'm like, damn, this is a great opportunity to talk about this, or this is a great opportunity to talk about that. And one of the things that I do, sometimes I have some great ideas and I just forget to write them down or make notes or take a memo or something. And then I try to think about it. I was like, damn, what was that point? Or sometimes you listen to a great song and you'd be like, yo, that's what's up. That's a topic right there. So today, believe me, I knew I was just going to get on, make sure I hit record, and talk about the goings-ons that's goings-ons, you know what I mean? And let you know where I stand when it comes to this platform. I'm trying to, obviously I'm going to try to do whatever I can to put it out there on Spotify and the rest of the platforms. YouTube video, you can see my beautiful face, beautiful. And getting excited about it, right? I never lost a passion for it. I just didn't hit record. I should have, sometimes I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, on those days where I was pissed off about in the direction the relationship was going, maybe I should have hit record, But then sometimes I'd be like, nah, because I would have been flagrant, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. It's been a lot, man. It's been a lot on the relationship roller coaster. In future episodes, I'll get a little bit more specifics about that stuff and the learning in the process. But man, it's it's been a lot. It's definitely been a lot, but a lot of lessons, of course. And we continue to move on and like I said, grow with this platform. But man, never lose the fact that I appreciate you guys, man, reaching out. When I post something on the Instagram platform for this podcast, with Skeen, and I post something and the likes and in the comments that I get and stuff like that. Like when I posted, it was like, yo, about time, son. You know what I mean? that's been pretty cool, all the messages and stuff like that. So I appreciate that so much. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm excited because I know we're gonna have some fun this season. It's season 4. 4 years of doing this, even though the third the third season was like only 8 episodes long, and then that was it. So, and in those 8 episodes, I kind of like took a break every other month or whatever the case is. But yeah, man, trying to juggle a relationship, a career, um, another career that I do on the side, which is the soccer stuff, and you guys know about that. Um, man, it's just trying to find that time. Man, we all got time. I was just being lazy, really, or I wanted to share those moments where I was free at that time, to share with that person that I was with at that time, and it was cool, man. It was cool as fuck, man. Every time I had some, you know, free time to spare, I would spend it with her, and it was fun, man. It was really fun. Obviously, there was those episodes where you were like, "What the fuck," you know. But overall, those episodes are so small, but they're so impactful, right? Because like we said in the past, you see the red flags and all that, and you're like, maybe I could sway, or I can change, or I can turn. And no, they're just glaring, and we tend to ignore them and push them under the rug, and eventually they become this big monster and stuff that you could have sort of, I don't want to say tame is not the right word, but kind of dealt with. But you let it get to where it was and stuff, and then just a combination of her red flags and my red flags. Um, then it became just sort of a category 5 hurricane. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the heartbreak was real, because the heartbreak was real. The feeling of separation was real. But the fact that I can love again, that was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? That was really cool. That I was like, oh man, I was able to love someone. And that was pretty cool. So after that, obviously the separation was tough. We spoke and stuff like that, but it was just realization of, yeah, this no matter how good everything else was, and it was really fucking good. It was just like, nah, it's time just to go in different directions and stuff like that. And then now it's to the point where I don't know. I need a break, and I definitely need a break, because another episode I'm going to touch base about is just the dating culture right now is bananas. It's bananas, man. It really is, because sometimes you just realize, like, yeah, I'm better off by myself, man. I'm good. I'm good. You know what I mean? Everybody has their stuff, right? Everybody has their baggage. Everybody has their stuff that they got to deal with. Some people are dealing with it, you know what I'm saying, through therapy or whatever else they want to go through. But there are some people that just don't. They just refuse to. You know what I'm saying? And to each his own. But it's kind of scary, man. It kind of feels cool when you come across something and you're like, oh shit, that's why I react the way I do to XYZ. That's what's up. You know what I mean? And that's a magical feeling, like, like ingredients, right? You're preparing food and stuff like that, and you think you got all your ingredients down right, and then all of a sudden somebody introduces another ingredient that makes the food even better. And you're like, damn, yo, that's crazy. A simple little, and all of a sudden it tastes better. And I think that's what it is, right? Trying to find yourself, trying to correct these behaviors. You know what I'm saying? So just coming out of that last relationship, kind of found out something about myself, that this is how I react, sort of fight or flight type of thing. And I decide to flight. I take that flight. I'm good. I try to get out of there as soon as possible. You know what I mean? But then now I understand why I do that. You know what I'm saying? And where it came from, and understanding that was just like, oh, word, like, oh shit, okay, I get it now, and stuff like that. And now dealing with it, and trying to trying to be better from it. It's been a challenge. It's been a real challenge because, like, it's still a challenge. It's there's no other word. It's still a challenge. It's something that it's embedded in me, and it's something that I have to open up a little bit more, and understand the reason why. You know, and sometimes you can grow while being with someone, but it's better to grow without that person, or be in a relationship. You know, and yeah, so your boy still got a lot of growing to do. And I'm not running out of time. It is what it is. I'm trying to perfect the craft, just like being behind this microphone and stuff like that. Just learning how to communicate better, like I said before. Just trying to communicate better. Hopefully, you guys get the message. You guys understand, like, oh, I see what Skeen's going with. Oh, yeah, yeah. Or relate to something that you're going through right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Top of the table, baby. Stop playing. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to be back. I'm gonna continue doing these. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on a weekly basis or maybe twice a month or whatever the case is. So stay tuned to that. But I'm not, I'm not gonna disappear. Promise you that. It's just now trying to find. Now I got my little nook, that time frame. Then be like, all right, I'm gonna record on this day and put it on my phone. Reminder: this is my space to record. Bringing guests on is going to be a little bit more challenging because I have to work with their schedule, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Some people can make it, some people can't. Whatever it is, what it is. I'll try to do my best. If not, you get a lot of solo episodes, and that's all right. But we're going to talk about different things. I'm going to open up about things. Just the relationships that or situationships I've been in since my breakup. We're going to talk about those things too. I'll never give names because that's not gentleman. That's not like a gentleman would. But I'll give situations and stuff, and we'll just go from it, man, and have fun with it. Yeah. I'm excited to be back. Obviously, these are really tough when you're by yourself, obviously, but hope you got a message. And I guess the message for me would be, let's reset together. Let's reset together this year. I was just having a conversation, like, it's 2026. Oh man, time have mercy. 26 years already into the 2000s, and it just feels like it was 2000 couple of years ago. Even like when you look at videos, like this song or this, that, and the other was like 2014, 2016. You're like, shit, that was 10, 12 years ago. That's fucking bananas, man. And yeah, 2026 is crazy. But yeah, so we're going to continue doing these. We're going to have fun with it. What direction we go, who knows? Like I said, this is just going to be a reset for us together on this journey together. If you're listening to me, no matter what you're doing, driving, at work, cooking, whatever it is you're doing, man, like I said, man, I appreciate you guys 100%. Thank you for sticking with me for this time that I've been gone. Like I said, man, I'm going to make a commitment to myself. Even like I said, even if one person listens to me or nobody listens to me, it's just a way of me getting out how I feel. Just the same way I journal. I journal a lot. But this is my video journal. This is going to be my thing that I kind of look at 20, 30 years from now. When your boy is like, hey, welcome back to another episode of Talking That Shit with Skeen. Hi, guys. I can look back and be like, damn, I was still young, yo. I got mad gray hairs. Like, yo, that's another shit, man. Yo, this shit, this past year, man, mad whites, yo, everywhere. Yeah, all that. You know what I mean? Just been mad whites, but yeah, man, this is my video journal, and I'm gonna share with you guys, and I hope you guys, whoever comes on this podcast, shares a moment of time, shares their experiences in everything from job, relationships to just being a human. You know, that's what I'm looking for. Just let's reset together, man. Let's just have an opportunity every time we talk out here to just pause, stop, and say, man, listen, you know, let's share. Let's share our time on this planet together. Let's share our emotions for that minute, no matter if it pisses you off or something that you're so proud of, whatever the case is. Let's just share those moments. We kind of look at time and we say, damn, time goes by so fast, man. And it does. It does. Like I said, we're 26 years into the 2000s, and I remember the world was going crazy back in 99, thinking everything was going to shut down. And now we're 26 years, well, if you say 99, that's 27 years, but who's counting? But we're 26 years in. I'm still trying to find myself and grow. But like I said, man, we usually think, oh man, time goes by so fast, and it does, man. But let's just slow down and enjoy time. That's the currency we never get back. So let's just enjoy time. Like I'm enjoying recording right now. And I know I have to edit this later on and do everything, but I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going to enjoy it so much. Let's enjoy. Let's live in the now, man. Everybody's always thinking the future. And I get it, man, because we got to pay bills and this, that, and the other. And we get it, man. But God damn it, let's enjoy now, man. Let's enjoy now. Like last night, I had a cool ass dinner. And I sat there and I just enjoyed the fucking moment, until I got outside and that shit was like 9 degrees and stuff. Nothing enjoyable about that shit. But yeah, let's just enjoy the moment, enjoying the time. And I hope the people that come on this podcast this season enjoy that time. You know what I'm saying? And be cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody, like I said, who reached out to me. We're going to continue doing these. We're going to have fun with it. Fuck it. We're going to have fun. This is our video journal. I'm sharing with the world. So like that, I can look at this back when, later on in the future, we can enjoy this time and be like, oh shit, look at M. Oh shit, look at Jay. Look at Yassi. Look at Ish. Yeah, you coming back on this podcast. I don't get special episodes. You know what I mean? And everybody out there who's just been reaching out to other people, not directly to me. That's crazy. Reaching out to other people talking about they want to be on the podcast. So let's make that happen, man. Let's have some fun. And hopefully that inspires you to create your own shit. I'm waiting for somebody to hit me up, yo, Skeen, be on my pod. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to edit stuff. But yeah, man, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, shout out to everybody who kept up with me. Shout out to everybody who continues to listen, comes across this platform. I mean, numbers been going up, like the final wrap up and stuff that I get every season. Just numbers continue to go up. Still, heard in 50 countries. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody. So we'll continue this platform, keep doing what we're doing. It's your boy Skeen, man, talking that shit with Skeen. Still brought to you by Treetop Studio. So shout out to my girl. I love all of y'all. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the time, man. Live in the now. I'll talk to you next time. Take care of your boy. Oh, we out. Peace.